can't have them all if you decide to whine about it. Here are 10 harem anime where the main character isn't a wimp. Let's go. Number 10, Liar Liar.
とんでもねえけどちゃんと共感できるしすげえって思うし何より好みだ
どういうこと？
This guy definitely isn't a wimp, but he is a big fat liar. But it turns out that plays to his advantage. This happens in an island called Academy Island, where students get to play games to win stars. That's right, you'll do anything for stars. So far, the champion of the games has been Sarasa, but what happens when one guy defeats her by sheer luck? This is Hiroto, and can our boy Hiroto lie and cheat his way through the games?
はい。私？
この子すげえ可愛い
As you guessed, this main character tells a lot of lies, but that is also what keeps him apart from other main characters. He lies, he trash talks, and he plays it dirty to win the game. And he wins the girls too, because that's why this anime is in this list. Number 9, The Cafe Terrace and its Goddesses.
おい、おうか、風呂空いたってよ。おい、聞いてんのか？返事くらいしろ。
This guy's a manager, so does he know how to manage the theatrics of 5 girls? Definitely not. But he knows how to manage a coffee shop, at least that's something good. Here we have Hayato, a guy who goes to his childhood home after his grandmother's death. This is where he finds 5 girls who all claim to be his grandma's family. Now he has 2 options, kick them out or work together with them to build their home. Well, since this is a harem anime, you can see where this goes.
いや、聞こえたけど。
いやー、苦労したよ。はやっちすぐ喧嘩するしさ。私みたいな癒し系がいなかったら一体どうなっていたことやら。
Now this guy isn't placing Yuji from the wimpless harem king title anytime soon, but at least he's a step ahead of the wimpy guys we usually get. He manages a coffee shop, befriends the girls, and lives a better life than you. Number 8, Girlfriend Ex-Girlfriend.
吊り橋効果で私のこと好きにさせるチャンスだ。こらミリカ離れなさい。くそやめろ。シロサキを排除しろ。
This guy isn't a wimp, but his IQ is lower than a newborn who missed his brain. No, seriously, what kind of idiot goes and asks their current girlfriend if he could have another girlfriend while dating her? Somehow this guy thinks it's a great idea. Yeah, that's right. This is one of those anime that throws common sense out the window and decides to stick with the harem elements. But hey, at least our main character isn't wimpy.
水瀬さん
それで直也くんの力を借りたくて。
何でもするよ
How does his original girlfriend react to this? Well, she thinks the new girl is cute and allows our main character to double date both of them. Once again, if you go to watch Kanojo mo Kanojo, expect a deep story, you won't get it. But in terms of overall enjoyment, this will definitely give you a good harem plus some good laughs. Number 7, Spirit Chronicles.
きっとよ、絶対だからね。元気で帰ってきてよね。
Time to move from the idiotic main character to the smart but talks less than the world's biggest introvert kind of main character. This time our main character is reincarnated into the body of a poor boy who gets his ass kicked immediately. Even reincarnation isn't kind to this man, but when he saves a princess from trouble, he gets sent to the Royal Academy. You think life there's good? Nope. Turns out everyone hates this guy except for the nice teacher.
じゃあ行きましょう
ありがとうございます。お嬢さん、頑張ってものにするのよ。あのお兄さん、競争率が高そうだから。
This main character might talk less, but he isn't a wimp, and that's because he's overpowered as hell. Season 2 is also releasing this year, so I thought this would be a good time to remind you that this anime exists. If you haven't watched it, give it a go. You won't get some 6-dimensional plot twist here, but you'll get some nice harem adventure. Number 6, the greatest demon lord is reborn as a typical nobody.
どうですか、私の着こなし。デートだから頑張ってみたんです。
あ、いや、実に結構な塩梅で。
私のことも褒めなさい。
I guess the title pretty much says it all, doesn't it? And you're right, we got demon lords again. Who doesn't love demon lords in their harem anime? This guy is the demon lord, and he's got reborn and lowered his power level so he could be a typical nobody. I think all of that was pretty much obvious from the title, but the twist of the show comes a bit later.
ご飯食べに行こうよ。いいお店があるんですよ。ご案内します。
Remember when I said this guy lowered his powers? It turns out, even though he lowered his powers, he's still pretty overpowered than the rest of the cast of characters. With all these powers, you can see how the main character isn't a wimp. Besides, when was the last time a demon lord becoming a wimp? So watch this anime to see a demon lord befriending girls like collecting Pokemon. Number 5, the hidden dungeon only I can enter.
なら抱きしめていい？
いいけど。
じゃあ失礼するよ。エマの匂いすごく落ち着く。
This main character sleeps on the lap of his sister, kisses a girl, and saves a goddess, all within one single episode. I mean, that's some nice character growth we have in there. In the hidden dungeon only I can enter, we have Noir, whose only special ability is to consult the great sage. When he loses his job, he consults the sage for help, and after getting advice, decides to travel to the most dangerous dungeons in the world.
どうですか？アリスの膝枕。
生き返る。お休みの抱擁もお願いしていい？
As you could guess, the selling point of this anime is the main character because the rest is your average fantasy anime. But it's been some time since we got a unique main character in our harem anime, so I consider this as an achievement. So if you need that Danmachi successor with more harems and a more developed magical system, then this is the anime for you. Number 4, Orisuki.
気にしないでくれ、ジョーロ君。
こいつはコスモス。大人の色気を利用して無垢な俺の心をもてあそんだ。アバズレだ。
This is another harem anime with a twist. You think all these girls in the poster love this guy? Nope. It turns out his best friend's the main character of this anime. And with all the girls loving his best friend, how can this guy get the girls? Oh wait, this nice looking library girl supports him, so at least he got her.
俺頑張ってたよね。いい具合に鈍感順調ボーイを演じてたよね。あの時もあの時もあの時もあの時も完璧だったはずだ。その末路がこれ。バカ言っちゃいけねえよ。マジなんなの？俺の親友が好きだ。
Orisuki is something that has its own plot twists, and I know when I say the harem anime has plot twists, you'll laugh and try to slap me in the face. But in truth, Orisuke's plot twists are simple, but hit you in the most unpredictable moments. Just like Hidden Dungeon, the specialty of this anime is the main character. He feels like a mix of Kazuma and Light Yagami, and trust me, it's high time since we had a main character like that in our harem anime. Number 3, The Eminence in Shadow.
こちらへ。今肩をおもみしますわ。
懐かしいね。昔イータが新しいマッサージ機の実験とか言ってベータを泣かせてたっけ？
あの頃はみんなで毎日一緒にいられましたね。
Remember how you tried to be a cool, edgy, badass male main character back when you were 13 years old? Sid is basically that, but he is old enough to understand how cringe that would be. But instead of ignoring the cringe, he embraces it. And look at the results. He has girls with names of the Greek alphabet, and he has an army of women ready to serve him anytime. But does he care about love? Nope, I'm pretty sure he doesn't.
ジロー様は可愛いお弟子様を独り占めしたいだけです。心配しないで全部私に委ねてください。ね、全力でサポートしますから。
The Eminence in Shadow was actually cool enough to get a second season, and unlike other anime that try to copy something, this just pretty much goes on the same route. Overpowered villain exists, he starts being bad, our main character comes along, launches a nuke, and that arc is over. I know it sounds boring when you hear it, and that's why you should watch it. Number 2, the world's finest assassin gets reincarnated in another world.
違うわ。似合わないな。君は笑った方が可愛いと思う。
Is this Assassin's Creed? Nope, because this is done by someone better than Ubisoft. When the world's greatest assassin finds himself betrayed, he meets a goddess who decides to throw him into a fantasy world as an assassin. The goddess gives him another chance, and our assassin gets a job. Assassinate the hero of the world. Can he do that? Of course he can. Does he get girls along the way? Of course he does.
それともタルトちゃん、あなたが代わりにルーグちゃんの子供を産んでくれるんですか？はい、もちろん産んで差し上げます。
Now, this was written by the same man who wrote Redo of Healer, so I went with my hopes on the ground, but this took me by surprise. The female characters have personalities, the romance is nice, and even the action looks cool. So, if you need an anime with assassins, here you go. Number 1, Trapped in a Dating Sim.
美味しいです。
なんだよ。ものすごくいい子じゃないか。
誰だあざといとか言ったバカ野郎は。
And the winner of the less wimpy main characters is this guy. He hates Otame games, but when he falls down the stairs like a Chad and gets reincarnated into the last Otame game he played, he thinks his life will be hell. But he finds it isn't hell. Turns out there's a mystery here. The main girl from the original game is no longer the main character, and the villainess from the previous game is now the victim. That's pretty much the twist in here.
そこの彼女お茶してかない？
Another cool thing is how this guy has already played the game, so once he gets trapped in it, he already knows all the tips and tricks he needs to rise up in ranks and sit among the ladies. The main character here is overpowered because of a robot that sounds like Ultron, and just like Sid, love is the last thing he has on his mind. Apart from the action and the regular isekai stuff, this also has some nice drama in the last arc, so check this out and pray for a second season to come out.